Hi guys! So today I'm quite excited. We're going to do a tag video. I've seen this tag going around for quite some time. Have never been tagged to do it. Still not technically tagged to do it. But I want to do it. So we're going to do it. So today I'm going to do the Harry Potter tag. I was quite inspired to do this from two recent videos I've seen of it by Jean from Jean's Bookish Thoughts and from the lovely Jen Campbell, both two lovely ladies here on BookTube, and I will link their videos down below. So let's just jump right into it. So the first question is, which was your favourite book? Tough question. Actually not tough question. My favourite book honestly was Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. And I know this is actually some people's least favourite book, and I do not know why I love this book so much, but I truly love this book. I think it's Harry and Sirius's relationship, and this is really the book when things change dramatically within the Harry Potter world. Harry's and Sirius's relationship just breaks my heart in this book, and I just love this book so much. And the reason I have to go for this book, I mean, what do you see? I have two editions of this book. Actually, I have two editions of most of my Harry Potter books, but like, it's like destroyed. And that's not from abuse. This is honestly the book out of all the Harry Potter books I've read the most. And it's just showing the wear and tear of the love that I've given it over the years, because this is my favourite book. And yeah. The next question is, which is your favourite film? Now this is quite a hard question because I love the movies, but I don't love the movies as much as I love the books. But then again, that's everybody. Everybody feels that way. But since I have to choose, I'm going to go with the first film, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I think just because it was the first adaptation, and it's wonderful to watch such a magical world being brought to life, and it was done so well. And I will actually admit, I loved Christopher Columbus's directing of the film, so I loved the first film, and I actually quite like the second film. And after that, everybody knows it gets quite darker and different in the styles of filming, but I just love the first adaptation. I think it was done so well, and it's lovely. And yeah, actually, if I remember right, I actually think I have the first film on VHS. It's in the attic. So yeah. The next question is, which is your least favourite book? And this is quite a tough question because ultimately all the books come together to be what it ultimately was. But I do have to choose, and I'm going to go with Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, so the second book. Jo admits herself that this was the most difficult book to write, and I think it shows in the second book. And ultimately I do know things that happen within this book are important to the ultimate conclusion of everything, but I think you can tell that it's the book that she struggled most to write, and it, out of all of them, it probably is my least favourite. But then again, they're all important and they all matter to me. So which was my least favourite film? Again, quite hard, but I think the first two films I did love, and again I admit I loved Christopher Columbus's directing of those films. The third film, though I was hesitant about the change of style, I did love it. But I think ultimately where my start to go was with, again, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I think I disliked this film so much, purely probably because Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix was my favourite book. I will admit, after watching it a couple of times, I started to not dislike it as much as I originally did, but out of all of them, probably this is my least favourite. Yeah. Again, I almost didn't quite like the sixth one either. I don't think it was done very well. But all kind of redeemed itself in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, and I was like, this is what it all was leading up to. But yeah, I think whenever one is your favourite book, it's not adapted well, it hurts and you get angry. So the next question is, which parts of the book / movies made you cry? I've cried many tears. I've cried many tears over Harry Potter in my life. Many a tears. Ultimately, and I mean, I'll put a spoiler warning out there now, but if you haven't read Harry Potter, and if you haven't at least watched Harry Potter, then come on guys. I think Sirius's death got to me probably the most, and I think I have that emotional attachment, like I said, with the 5th book. There's like a whole string of emotion that follows from his death to Harry's anger and the pursuit and the chasing the Death Eaters and ultimately meeting Voldemort, and then you end up in Dumbledore's office and everything that gets revealed at that point, and it's so much rage and so much emotion, and you just feel like your emotions are up and down and you're going mad in your own head. So that kind of gets to me, and I get stressed reading that bit, and I cry so much. But I absolutely bawled my eyes out when Dumbledore died as well. And I think it's because of that fragility moment that you see him where he is just completely broken, and again it's you've been on an emotional roller coaster up until Dumbledore's death, and the Battle of Hogwarts. I don't know, I've cried so much in Harry Potter. Dobby. So the next question is, if you could hook up with any character from Harry Potter, who would it be? And oh my goodness gosh, I thought I wasn't going to know how to answer this. And I was writing out the question, so I had it, and the answer just came to me. And honestly, the answer was one of the twins. So apparently I have subconsciously had this in my head probably for many years, that if I was to hook up with any of the characters, it would be one of the twins. I don't know. But I don't regret that decision. It's a fabulous decision. One of the twins. That's my answer. Who is your favourite character? Honestly, and this is the honest truth, it has to be Luna Lovegood, because as soon as Luna Lovegood came into the books, I just fell completely and madly in love with her. And I think it's because she reminds me so much of me and how I was in school and in that situation, and I relate a lot with Luna. I don't know, Luna is absolutely precious to me and I love her so much. What would your Patronus be? Can I say baby Triceratops? No, that's not realistic. We're not going to say baby Triceratops. Honestly, I think if I had to choose a Patronus, it would probably be either a West Highland Terrier or a Red Panda. I think, yeah, a West Highland Terrier or a Red Panda. Or a baby Triceratops. If you could have any of the Deathly Hallows, which would you choose? I think this is a pretty obvious answer. I would go for the Invisibility Cloak, as I think most people should, even if they wouldn't. It's logical if you think about it. With the Invisibility Cloak, you can hide from death, protect yourself, and protect those that you love. And it seems the most least selfish out of all the options. With the Elder Wand, I would not want that amount of unlimited power. I don't think anybody should have that amount of unlimited power. And with the Resurrection Stone, I wouldn't want to bring anybody back, regardless of how much I love them, just to suffer. I would not do that. So, without a doubt, the Invisibility Cloak. What house would you be in? Well, I'm representing right now because I'm Hufflepuff from the bottom till the top. Yeah. I spent many years trying to deny the fact that I was Hufflepuff, but it's actually great to be Hufflepuff because they are caring, they are loyal, they try their absolute hardest, and they're accepting of everybody. So why would I not want to be in a house that have all those qualities? Admittedly, there's times where I'm like, well, I am a bit Ravenclaw because of the bookishness, but you know what? I think if you look at my personality beyond the material side of loving books, I like to think that I'm fiercely loyal to my friends and that I truly care about things and that I will always try my hardest. So they're good traits to have, so I'm proudly Hufflepuff. If you were to meet any cast member, who would it be? I would absolutely love to meet Evanna Lynch. Again, it's come back to the Luna thing. I think I would have so much in common to her. We'd be able to relate with each other because she loves animals, she's a genuinely lovely person, and she herself adored Harry Potter before she got the role, and she's just such a lovely person, and I would truly love to meet her. So yeah, Evanna Lynch. Of course Emma Watson as well, but Ivana Lynch. Have you played any of the video games? I actually have. I have the first one on PS1. I think I had a couple of the years on PS2. And I also had year 5 on the DS. But my absolute favourite game was the Quidditch game, which is kind of like, you know, FIFA, that kind of style of video game, but it was absolutely brilliant. I loved playing the Quidditch game. It was so much fun. I want to dig it out actually. I want to play it again. That would be amazing. It's really good. You should try it if you can get your hands on it. This next question actually ties in with the last, because it is, if you were on a Quidditch team, which position would you play? And I would so totally be a seeker. I am very short and quite petite, but I'm very, very short, and I almost think I would be scouted to be a seeker. So yeah, because I'm really short. Yeah, so a seeker. Were you happy with the ending? I know this is quite a controversial thing because a lot of people didn't like the very, very ending of the book. I actually liked to see how they ended up, and I thought it was quite nice to round it off and to know that all was well. So I didn't mind that. But what I think is important to remember with book 7 is that Battle of Hogwarts happened and everything leading up to that, and it was done so brilliantly and so perfect. So for those reasons alone, I was so happy because they did it really beautifully. And oh, I do love the Battle of Hogwarts and the lead up and the run up to it. So I don't think we should forget that the Battle of Hogwarts happened within that and how well done that was executed, because it was brilliant. And some would obviously argue about the loss of life being, was that necessary, like the Creevy brothers especially. And so many people were lost at the Battle of Hogwarts. It really ended with hitting you in all the emotions. And I was happy with the book ending. I will admit, going the so many years later in the film did come off a bit cheesy and slightly dodgy CGI. I don't know, yeah, I don't know about in the film. I think in the film it didn't work as well, which is unfortunate. But I still loved, again though, the last movie 8, because of Battle of Hogwarts. It was done so well. I'm never going to get over the Battle of Hogwarts, to be honest. And finally, how much does Harry Potter mean to you? How do I even articulate this? Harry Potter for me is everything. Harry Potter has been there through some of the absolute darkest points in my life, and at times Harry Potter was there for me when nothing and no one else was, and I like to think that Harry Potter saved me a bit. And I know that sounds really cliche and, oh, Harry Potter saved you, but to me it did. It was a place that I could go and I could leave reality whenever I didn't want to be there. And in that sense, Hogwarts will always be my home. And I don't care how cheesy it is or how people will maybe look at this and go, yeah, sure, but it means everything to me. And I'm not just saying that, it really does. It's important to me, and it'll always be important to me, and in some regards it made me the person that I am today, and I wouldn't be me without it. So it's everything to me. J.K. Rowling is my queen, and I can never thank her enough for creating a world that I'm proud that I got to experience, be a part of, and be my blanket and comfort me through all these years. So that is my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I will list the questions down below if you fancy answering any of them yourself. And as always, links to my other social media will be listed down in the doobly-doo. And if you did like this video, please do give it a big thumbs up. And if you have not already, please do subscribe. Join our family. You'll be most warmly welcome. And until the next video, guys, bye-bye. Hello, I have returned from the clause that is academia. The institution cannot have me anymore. The summer is mine.